Hi, Michelle here, Thrifting 101. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Glad you're stopping in. Been very busy lately, but I did manage to run over, not to my new store, can't wait to get back there. Anyways, I did run over to the Salvation Army, the Goodwill, and our local Habitat for Humanity. Picked up a few things. Also been unboxing a few things I want to show you there, so I hope you enjoy. Christmas tree before, and I saw this at the Salvation Army. I paid $4 for it. I thought it was really cool and very vintagey. I just kind of set it up here right now just to give you a quick look at it. I threw some ornaments on to make it look a little more Christmassy. I'm not, as you can see, it needs to, I need to unfold it. It looks a little sad at the moment. Not sure where I'm going to put it, but it's going to be really pretty when it's done, I promise. Picked these up at the Salvation Army. I did pay 99 cents each. They are in wonderful condition. They're part of a set of, I believe, 6. I wish they had them all, but they only had the 2. They are Hazel Atlas. They're Gay Fad designed Pilsner glasses, frosted Pilsner. And I don't see anything wrong anywhere here. They're just in great condition. Gay Fad Studios, who painted these, were located in Lancaster, Ohio in 1945, founded by Fran Taylor. She worked out of her house for 7 years decorating glassware and home goods before finally opening up her studio. She designed a variety of patterns on blank glassware. That's what she would do. She would buy, say, these from Hazel Atlas as blanks, and she would do the pattern on them. She did a variety of different patterns on blank glassware. And some of the companies that she worked for were Acre, Hocking, Hazel Atlas, like these, Federal Glass, and a bunch of others. The studio finally closed in 1962. Love finding gay fad items. These I would probably date to the, probably the 50s, possibly early 60s, but I'm not even sure about that. 2 of these Pilsner glasses will go for about $12. A full set I've seen go $60 and even a little higher. Picked this up at Goodwill. It was marked $5.99. Goodwill's just getting really expensive, but I had never found a piece of Deforest Pottery before, so I grabbed it. It says cookies on it. I kind of looked at it and was a little confused, but you can see right on the bottom it was dated 1965. It is a cookie jar. It's in the shape of a pitcher. It is missing its lid. It had this really cool lid that looks exactly like the cookie jar, only it was a lid. Probably without the lid I could get, maybe I'm hoping to get about $20 for it. I have to do a little more research. If it had the lid, they go for a lot of money. I see them go for $40 to $150 depending on the design. I think their most common design, maybe not the most common design, but one of the more valuable ones is their whimsical pig. It's adorable. They did a lot of anthropomorphic, whimsical, fun cookie jars. They just did tons and tons of cookie jars, but the pig one is one of my favorites. If you ever look it up, I think you'll like it too. And the saying on it was, go ahead and make a pig of yourself. So it's just kind of a fun little piece. Anyway, back to this piece and back to the Deforest Pottery. As I said, 1965, missing its top. Deforest Pottery was started by Margaret Deforest Ceramics. That was her hobby before she finally opened up the business in 1950. It was only open for 20 years, shut down in 1970. Again, lots of whimsical cookie jars. Some I see range in the $600 to over $1,000 range. Unfortunately, not the case with this one. They were competing back in the times with a lot of Japanese imports. Not only did they make cookie jars, I think they made other serving pieces, and I haven't seen many other serving pieces, mostly just the cookie jars. Anyways, so I'm kind of babbling along, but what I meant to say, let me turn this around so you can see what the other side looks like also. You can see it's in really good shape, just maybe a little bit of crazing. What I meant to say was they also made salt and pepper shakers, they made condiment jars, banks, planters, among other things. Was able to find some restaurant wear this time around. Always look for it. And I love finding things with the advertising on it. So this was a really good find. I paid $1.50 for both of these restaurant wear mugs. You can see they were Ultima China. Ultima China opened up in 1979. Went through a bunch of different companies, including Acre Hocking back in the early 80s to about 1988. I love the saying right here. I did look it up. The company is out of Los Angeles. It's the original Pantry Cafe Coffee Shop. I believe it's still open, been open since 1924. I think this is 1980s. I would definitely date it to right around there, and I'm going to ask $30 for the pair. I picked up this Pyrex Golden Acre 1.5 quart casserole at the Habitat for Humanity. You see, I only paid $1 for it. I don't get there a lot. I kind of forget it's even there because they have such wonderful things there, but usually the stuff I collect, they don't have a lot of. So I only usually go when somebody else is going. I went with a friend. I was lucky to find this, very happy. Golden Acorn, again, 1960 to 1963. Although Golden Acorn is the official name, it was also referred to in advertising and also in the Corningware catalog literature as Gold Acorn on Ivory and Golden Touch. Because the advertising for this piece back in the day was give the golden touch. That was the initial marketing phrase for this piece right here. Paid $1 for it. I'm going to ask about $6 for it. It's in pretty good condition, although it does miss its lid. This was the other piece I found at Habitat for Humanity. Also paid $1 for it. Truly excited to get this Fiesta Ware vegetable bowl. I brought it home for cameraman, like the pink one. Now he has two. He does not refer to them as vegetable bowls. For him, they are cereal bowls. Orange was the color of the day, the half-price color at Salvation Army the day I went, and I paid $2.99. Actually, I paid half of $2.99. It's paid about $1.50. You can see right there, the company is Chantilly. It's stoneware out of Japan, and the pattern is, wait for it, here goes my French, not good, Fleur de Bois Peach. Fleur de Bois Peach. I had to say that twice. Sorry about that. You can see it's in great condition. I imagine the peach refers to the rim. I didn't even look into that. They might have come in other colored rims. Perfect on the outside, perfect on the inside, 9-inch veggie bowl. I was interested to know what the name meant. I knew that fleur meant flower, but I did look up de bois, and de bois means of the woods or woodlands. So I guess the pattern means flower of the woods or woodlands. I would date this to the 1980s, and they sell for about $10. I was wrong. I actually bought 3 things at the Habitat for Humanity store, and this was the other one I bought. It's absolutely adorable. You can see it's a cat. It's ceramic, and you can see the spoon goes right there. My best guess is that it is a jelly jar or jam jar. That's my best guess because I haven't seen one. Excuse me, I tried to look them up. This was the only one I could find, is the one that I bought for $1. I've seen them in the cookie jars, and I've seen, excuse me, wall hangings, wall masks as they're called, and mugs. They were designed by Pelsman. Their Pelsman Designs is a label on a lot of these. This one doesn't have that, although it does have the Vandor label, 1981 Japan. Vandor Imports started in 1951 out of San Francisco, established by Ted Van Dorn. The mugs generally sell for an average of $12, not generally, but an average of $12. I see the cookie jars, depending on, excuse me, the pattern, are $50 and up. They made some great character cookie jars. So I'm going to try and ask $20 for what I believe to be a jam jar. There's just a tiny little loss of paint right there. Otherwise, she's a beautiful. Cameraman insists that it is a sugar bowl. I insist that it is a jelly or jam jar. So let us know what you think it is. I found these while I was unpacking the last of my boxes, and they still had their tags on them. They said $8 a piece. That's probably not what I paid for them, but my point being that I don't think I've had them before in a video. They are gorgeous. They're ramekin and saucer sets, very delicate, and they were made by Crescent China. Actually, the original name of the company was George Jones and Sons, and they started using Crescent China as their trademark when his sons took over the company in 1873, his sons being Frank and George Henry. The back stamp you saw there dates, they started using that back stamp in 1873. I'm going to put these ramekin and saucers anywhere from the 1890s to the 1920s. Don't quote me on that, but from my research, that's where I'm coming up with. But they do have a little issues. This one right here has a little stress fracture. It doesn't go all the way through, and I did pour some liquid in there and it holds. So, and that's going to affect its value. I am going to sell them, but I'm not quite sure how much that's going to affect the value. They both have some crazing on them, but not really a lot considering the age. And crazing usually is a glaze defect caused by a tensile stress marks. Most times crazing is a glaze defect, but it can also be caused by abrupt change in weather. Say if they're stored in a basement and then brought out, or just the opposite, stored in the attic and then brought out. Extreme temperatures also cause crazing. As I said before, I'm going to do a little more research and see what I can get for these. I will be selling them off as a set. I definitely wouldn't refer to this as very vintage, but I will refer to it as a really good find. I love pampered chefs, and I remember going to a lot of pampered chef parties back in the 1990s. Really expensive stuff back then. I don't even know if they still have parties. But anyways, I picked all of this up for $3. I picked up this beautiful cream glazed oval baker. It holds 2 cups. It measures 9 3/4 across. It's never been used. It also didn't originally come with this, but this set came with the all-purpose spreader, new in the packaging. And it also came with 1 scraper that does say Pampered Chef on it. And here you can see there's a little how to take care of it. It also came with some recipes. There's 2 right there, apple crumb, a casserole for 2. I'm probably gonna try some of these out before I sell it or make a copy right here. Oh, they're the same actually. So never mind, it came with 2 recipes. Anyways, I am going to ask $20 for the lot right here. I pick these up, as you know, whenever I find them with the lids. I paid half price for this Acre Hocking mini casserole, so I paid $1.50 for it. Really nice condition. Use them all the time. Much better, I think, than plastic. This probably dates to the probably the late 70s, maybe to the early 1990s. These were in one of the boxes that I just finished unboxing. And I don't think, I do think that they were in one of my videos a couple years ago, but I don't think I ever got around to listing them. They are Tierra Glass Amber Sandwich, 1971 to 1989. You can see it's in really nice shape right here. This is an 8.5-inch round serving bowl, and it comes with 4 little berry bowls here. I think they're 4.5 inches, all in really great shape. It did come in other colors, amber being, I think, probably the most popular color of all. Tierra Glass was marketed by Terra Exclusives out of Dunkirk, Indiana, through home parties between 1970 and 1998. Although I don't think I ever attended one. I'm going to ask about $22 for the set. I found a lot of Anchor Hocking forest green when I was unpacking, and sometimes the problem with unpacking is that if you're downsizing and you unpack, you have to put things someplace. And I've been collecting forest green Anchor Hocking forever, and I have more than I need. So I think I'm going to sell the vase off and some glasses as a lot. The vase right here, you can see it has its Anchor Glass forest green tag, mostly intact there. It's a 6-inch flared vase. The Acre glass label, foil label right there, dates this between 1950 and 1967. Forest green was the patented name or term Acre Hocking took for their dark green glassware. Nobody else can use the forest green. That was theirs. Most of the stuff was distributed as premiums, the glassware anyways. I'm going to bring up the glassware I have here. These are roly-polies, and these date to about 1971, kind of a mid-century modern look. I have 3 right here, 8-ounce glasses, or 4 1/4 inch high, and 2 small 3 1/4 inch glasses. I'm going to sell them all off, I think, together as a lot with the vase for about $20. I did want to mention here, which I thought was kind of interesting, was that the forest green glassware, not necessarily the vase, although some of the vases were all sold as premiums, or mostly sold as premiums. And this glass right here, this is mine, I just brought it out to show you, was sold in Kentucky for seal tests, and it was usually filled with cottage cheese. I'm not quite sure if the roly-polies were filled with anything else. I do know that the 8-inch, or the 4-inch ball vase, excuse me, which I've been on the lookout for, and they say they're everywhere in Florida, but I haven't found one yet, held citronella candles in them, and they were known as mosquito lights, and they were sold under that name. So I'm kind of looking for that. Anyways, like I said, the whole lot right here, $20. This I unpacked, and I just wanted to show it to you. I've been looking for it forever. It's one of my favorite pieces. I was so happy I found it in the last box I opened. You can see right here, it's Hull, 1955. It's a cornucopia vase in the Blossom Flight pattern, in perfect condition. You might have seen it hanging around the old house. I think I had it in a few of the videos. They sell really well. If I was to sell this, I would say that they sell anywhere from I see them selling from $50 to $75, closer to the $75 range. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I do have one more thing to show you. I bought this really cool shirt. You can see it has great poodles on it, and one of the main reasons I bought it is because Saturday night we are going to a doo-wop party, and I thought this would be absolutely perfect for it. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Most importantly, leave me a comment, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye. Army and the local right here, Tiara glass was marketed by Tiara Exclusives out of Dunkirk, Illinois, Indiana. Nope, can't be both, can it?